Think about the car you drive. That precise engineering, the way every single panel just fits together perfectly. Or, hey, what about the phone in your hand? It's this marvel of miniaturization, right? Every single tiny component inside has to be absolutely flawless. So, what connects these things? Well, they all depend on this hidden, super high stakes process to catch the tiniest of flaws. A process that is, right now, getting a massive upgrade. Today, we're going to explore how the programming language Python is being given what you could call a nearly perfect eye, and how it's completely revolutionizing manufacturing with a technology called machine vision. So here's our roadmap. First, we'll uncover the hidden flaw that can plague even the most advanced manufacturing. Then, we'll see how we can code a smarter inspector using some really clever tools. We'll get to meet the algorithms in the running, put them head-to-head in the inspection showdown, and finally, we'll explore what this all means for the future of quality. Okay, so let's start with that hidden flaw. It really all comes down to the challenge of getting total perfection with a material that, let's be honest, literally builds our modern world, sheet metal. Sheet metal forming is, well, it's everywhere. You take flat sheets of metal and they get bent, stamped, and drawn into all the complex shapes that become car doors, airplane bodies, and even the case for your phone. Its strength and versatility are exactly why it's a cornerstone of modern industry. But here's the catch. How do you make sure every single piece is perfect? For decades, the answer was, human inspectors or some pretty basic mechanical tools. But people get tired, we make mistakes, and it's incredibly slow. And more importantly, the human eye just can't catch those microscopic cracks or a subtle thinning that could lead to a major failure down the line. Yeah, that old way of doing things just can't keep up anymore. So manufacturers had to figure out a way to code a smarter inspector. And it turns out, powerful open source tools are completely changing the game. The solution is actually beautiful in its simplicity. You just replace the fallible human eye with a camera and a really smart algorithm. What you get is an automated inspector that never gets tired, works at incredible speeds, and keeps the exact same level of accuracy 24/7. And what's making this amazing technology available to everyone? Not just, billion-dollar corporations. As this research points out, it's Python. Thanks to its massive world of free open-source libraries, it gives manufacturers of any size a flexible and really cost-effective way to build these powerful inspection systems. So if Python is the toolkit, what are the actual tools doing all the heavy lifting? Let's meet the digital detectives on the case, the main algorithms that are competing for the top job of digital inspector. Okay, in the Python corner, we've got two main contenders. First up is SSIM. You can think of this one as the holistic artist. It doesn't just compare pixel colors one by one, it looks at the bigger picture, the overall structure, the brightness, the contrast, kind of like how our own eyes work. Then you've got NCC, the pixel perfect detective. This one is laser focused, matching intensity patterns between images. It's fantastic for spotting tiny defects, but it can also get easily distracted by visual noise, like a little smudge or a scratch. And to make sure this is a fair fight, both of these Python methods are going up against a reliable industry veteran, MATLAB's image correlation function. It's the established benchmark that they have to beat. But just knowing an image looks similar isn't enough. To check if a car door is built to the right specs, you need to measure its exact lines and curves. And that's where this next tool comes in, the Hough Transform. It's a brilliant algorithm for finding specific geometric shapes inside an image. Now, what's really cool is how this algorithm thinks. It's less about complex math and more like a democratic election for lines. First, it finds all the edges in an image. Then, and this is the genius part, each tiny little edge point votes for all the possible straight lines that could run through it. After that, the algorithm just counts the votes. The lines that get the most votes win. Those are the ones the system actually sees in the image. It's just a really elegant way to find order in all that visual chaos. All right, we've met the challenge, and we've met the contenders. It is time for the main event. Let's get to it. The inspection showdown, where we put these algorithms to a head-to-head test. So the experiment was pretty rigorous. The system compared a perfect golden reference image to a brand new target image. The algorithms were graded on two key tasks. First, contour inspection. Does the overall outline match up? And second, feature detection. Can it precisely measure specific angles and curves? And to really push their limits, 3 designs with increasing complexity were used. So, after all the dust settled from all these tests, the big question is, which method was the most accurate at the most fundamental task? Just checking if the overall shape of the final product was correct. And these results really tell the whole story. It wasn't even close. With an accuracy of 98.19%, SIM, our holistic artist, was the decisive winner. It blew past the pixel-perfect NCC and even beat the established MATLAB benchmark. Its ability to see structure, not just individual pixels, gave it a huge advantage. And SSIM's victory was no fluke. When you look at the data from the most complex tree design, its dominance is even more obvious. I mean, look at the spline measurement. SSIM hit over 98% accuracy, while MATLAB was way down at 91%. Across every single feature, angles, curves, lines, its big-picture approach proved to be way more robust and reliable. Now, this isn't just about crowning some winning algorithm. It's about what this really means for the future. So let's move to our final section, the future of quality, and why this breakthrough actually matters. The key takeaway is this. SSIM won because it was designed to see the way that we do. By focusing on structural information, how brightness, contrast, and shapes all relate to each other, it gets a much better sense of true quality than a system that just blindly compares pixels one by one. And a discovery like this has a massive ripple effect. For manufacturers, it means higher quality products because of more accurate inspection. It means incredible efficiency gains, saving both time and money. And since this is all built on open source Python, it means this advanced tech is now in reach for smaller companies, leveling the playing field. And for us, the consumers, it just means better, safer, and more reliable products in every part of our lives. And that leaves us with a final, pretty exciting thought. If a few lines of open source code can be trained to see a microscopic flaw in a piece of steel, what other invisible problems, in medicine, in science, in our daily lives, are we on the verge of solving next?